Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and on this one I'm going to compare legendary tones Mr. Scary mod, Lynch mod into Caswell 1987 mod. I have set both to around 10:30, 11ish o'clock. Both are, well, hopefully you can see. Let's see if it focuses. Hopefully around the same, or basically exactly the same. The deep knob is off, and here I have the thumb and the bite knobs off. So no extra low end, no extra bite, just the extra gain. And I will put them in the V2 slot where you're supposed to put this into my Marshall JCM800 2203 from 1985, aka the little brother. The other tubes are JJ's, and the power tubes are Svetlana Winged C EL34s. The amp settings will be the same, and I will play some 80s inspired licks in drop D flat with my ESP Mirror M1 custom from 1987 with Seymour Duncan distortion pickup. The cabinet is my Marshall cabinet, one of them, and now I'm miking one of the Eminence DV77s in there with S.I.R SM57. Then the signal goes to SSL channel strip, then into Pro Tools Carbon audio interface, and then into Pro Tools. I have a little bit of Lexicon PCM70s circular delays just to add some, space to the sound, like you did in the 80s, especially in the 80s. Alright, so I will edit this so that you hear one riff with this, one riff with this, and then I'll edit them, you'll hear, and then let's get back to it and I'll discuss a little bit what I think about the differences and similarities. Alright, rock and roll. Okay, so there was the clips. I have unplugged these again. The difference is, to me, the feel was pretty equal on these both. Maybe this was a little bit easier, a little bit juicier, and the sound is this is smoother, like juicier, easier to play. With this mod, my 800, it felt and sounded like a cranked plexi. I have a plexi here. I've cranked it, everything to 10, so I know what I'm talking about. So it felt a lot like cranked plexi and sounded too, even though my master was, as you saw and see from the picture, the master is, I think it's like 2.3 like a 10 o'clock. So there wasn't really power tube distortion happening. A little bit, because these amps, the master is a little bit you know, different, so they break up fairly easily, because it's not completely linear, the curve. But anyway, with this one, it feels like a cranked plexi, even if you don't have a cranked plexi. The distortion is raw, more kind of bitey, and a little bit hard to explain. But this is a little bit smoother, little bit more modern, if you will, and a little bit easier to play. So if you're thinking about purchasing these, with Mr. Scary mod, at least with my amps, I've tried these with all, it's just like your amp, but more gain and more low end if you want, but the character of the amp doesn't really change, so it's fairly neutral. With the 1987 mod, the character of the amp changes, because my 800s, like I said, they became like cranked plexis. So the character of the amp changes, the distortion, it's more raw, more grittier, more nastier on this one. So what's my favorite? It's really hard to tell, because these both are quite a bit different. I'm very lucky, thank you David for sending me these, to have these both. But if I would need to choose one, I think I would go with the Mr. Scary mod. And not just because, or maybe exactly just because I have a plexi, and if I want I can crank it, so I'll get kind of like this, and it has the Jose mod in it. So yeah, anyway, my 5 cents. Hopefully you found this interesting and informative, and this helped you to decide which one to get. Or actually, my honest recommendation is get them both, because you can have like one amp and you can, these are like $300-400. Just put them in, you can take them out anytime you want, and all of a sudden, instead of one JCM800, you have basically 3 different JCM800s. You can add more low end, more wide, and whatever. Anyway, links to Legendary Tones website in the description below, to both of these sites, and also to the site where David has written an article that which, you know, amp works with these. So please check out that link before typing in there, like, will my amp work with this one? I don't know, but Legendary Tones website has all the answers. Until next time, take care, bye.